Have you ever been confused when you hear American English speakers sound like this?
Hey, yo, my mans, let me tell you something right now, bro. Coffee costs a quarter on the corner, you heard?
And then some English speakers sound like this?
Can I please get a matcha latte?
What size?
Let's do a grande. Is the matcha latte vegan?
Well, in today's English lesson, I'm going to teach you about 5 of the most difficult to understand American English accents. English sounds so different from different speakers around the world, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And in today's lesson, I'll teach you about 5 of the most difficult accents to understand. Make sure to leave me a comment and a like if you want to hear about more accents in the United States. Let's get started. If you're wondering, I am not from Southern California. I'm not from California at all. That's the first accent that I'm going to teach you about today. My accent is considered like a Midwest accent, which is considered usually by people easy to understand because it's pretty neutral. The vowels are pretty neutral for speaking English. So if you were wondering, my accent is considered like a Midwest accent. Let me know in the comments if you think it's easy to understand. But let's talk about Southern California. When I think about the Southern California accent, I think about the Kardashian family because they all talk like this. And I'm not trying to make fun of the way that anyone talks, but the vocal fry that I just did is a characteristic of the accent from Southern California. Take a listen.
And really loyal, loves to have fun. I mean, they're so alike and they're so different, and it's just like any other friend. You know, I'm friends totally with both of them.
So that vocal fry is that low-pitched, creaky sound at the end of people's voices. It's actually common everywhere in the United States, but it's super common amongst that Southern California English accent. There's also the classic Valley Girl way of speaking, like this, where the speaker adds in a lot of like, and they also tend to raise their pitch at the end of their sentence, where everything kind of sounds like a question. So that's considered Valley Girl speaking. That's also another accent that you'll find in Southern California. So I think these accents are pretty easy to imitate. And I'm not trying to make fun of them, but I feel like, it's pretty easy to understand them, even though they're adding in lots of likes, vocal fries, and they're adding, that question tone at the end of their sentences.
I don't know. It's because I watched like a lot of American TV when I was growing up that I just like love being Californian. It's like makes me really happy.
Wait.
One of the most classic accents in the United States is the New York City accent. When you hear someone from New York speak, someone that was born and raised there, you immediately know that they are from there based on their accent. One other cool characteristic of the New York City accent is their slang. I think New York has the best slang.
Hey, yo, my mans, let me tell you something right now, bro. Coffee costs a quarter on the corner, you heard?
Law enforcement is approaching.
5-0, 5-0.
An invitation to come over.
Hey, yo, pull up.
I think of Robert De Niro and Al Pacino as the classic New York accent, where they drop the R from the end of their words, like car turns to ka. And I just think it's just such a unique accent that is only heard in that region of the United States.
Anyway, let's get serious. You want to buy this car, what? Yay or nay?
Well, I don't know. We have to think about it.
Yeah. What's there to think about? I mean, you told me you liked it. You asked me 10,000 questions. I answered every single one of them. You drove it. You love it.
This region of the United States here, often the speakers of English here have a deep Southern accent. Now, across the Southern United States, the accents can vary greatly. But generally, you think of like Morgan Freeman, he's from Mississippi. He has that deep Southern drawl accent.
I want to thank everybody and anybody who ever had anything at all to do with the making of this picture. But I especially want to thank Clint Eastwood for giving me the opportunity to work with him again and to work with Hilary Swank.
Unlike the New York City accent, in the South, they really pronounce the R's. So instead of saying an iron, like I'm going to iron my clothing, they say I'm going to iron my clothing. That is one thing that I've noticed about Southern English speakers.
Iron. Oh. Syrup. Pecan. Kite.
And while New York City has their really great slang, I think some of the phrases that are used in the South in English are just so funny. They're so endearing. Like a very common phrase is, oh, bless your heart. This means you're kind of stupid, actually. It's a really weird phrase, but it's really common amongst Southerners here in the United States. If you've ever seen the movie Good Will Hunting, you know all about the Boston accent. Think of the way that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck speak in this movie.
So you're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Moxian historian, Pete Garrison probably. You're gonna be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're gonna be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740. That's gonna last until next year. You're gonna be in here regurgitating Gordon Wood.
Again, in this accent, they're dropping that R sound at the end of words. Like, I'm gonna drive in the car to the bar, which means I'm gonna drive in the car to the bar. And Boston is known as a harbor, which is where boats come, but they say harbor. I'll give you guys some examples right here because I am not from Boston, nor do I sound like I am.
Chris, look, I've been asking everybody here today.
What do you got?
Brother, you posted this. We got the mustache without the mustache.
All right, what do you prefer, mustache or no mustache? Be honest.
Get ready with me to go pick up my dream car. I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is like a huge deal to me because I am still driving the same car I bought my freshman year of college.
One accent you might encounter in the Midwest of the United States is the Chicago accent. I have some family members that are from Chicago, as they say. That A sound is so definitive of that accent. You can tell right away when someone says Chicago, they're from Chicago, as I say. So they might say something like, my dad is going to drive the car to Chicago. Let me give you some more examples right here.
What do you have?
Eggplant rollatini today with Kirkland marinara sauce. So give it a try. Might be what's for dinner tonight. You never know.
A report of a person shot, that is not bona fide. There's no one shot. That individual sustained a puncture wound while from an overturned table. So there is no one shot here.
I just have so much fun studying all of the different accents here in the United States. Comment below your favorite accent from this video, and I'll be sure to make a part 2 of English accents because I just think they're so interesting, especially here in the United States. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!